What's going on, everyone? It's been a while. Part 3 is finally here, and to a point that I don't even remember where I left off in part 2. So I did check my video and kind of have a fake memory idea where I left off. So at least for these 8 here, these are absolutely new to a point that I never covered them. So let's take a look at them now. So I'm going to tell you this first one here, Vargas Special, is definitely not worth investing your controllers unless you're a Vargas main or you absolutely love this character. So first the stats. Defense plus 2%, basically any armor can do that. Now the effect here, I think the effect is quite strict. So when you have power stab effect, you can counterattack range attacks within 2 blocks. So the power stab effect means you have to use power stab to attack someone. Now you have the effect. So the first requirement is you have to attack someone, but you're a tank. So I mean, sure you can, but most of the time it might be hard for you to position, the way you want to, right? Attack and then while guarding all of your ally. So I think PvE is doable, but PvP not really. But when it comes to PvE, okay, so you can counterattack range attacks within 2 blocks, which means even mages you can counterattack an archer. So first thing first. So when you are a tank, I don't know, honestly, in PvE, I think when you're a tank, they always attack your weakest character, right? Well, it depends on the class disadvantage or whatever. But when Vargas cannot guard magic, so when it is not hitting Vargas, if it hits your infantry or whatever, then this armor doesn't even do anything but the defense plus 2%. So the next thing is, how many archers do you really see when it comes to PvE? Not many, or usually you probably kill them before they can attack you. So as an inclusion, I think this is definitely not worth the controller. If you just want to counterattack, stick to melee counterattack, man. Vargas is probably just not that good anyways when it comes to against magic. So I wouldn't. Okay, now let's take a look at this one here is for Akka. This is a top tier exclusive. So attack at intelligence plus 2%, very good, it's 10% when it's maxed. So after taking action, summons 1 wolf soul. Okay, so I don't know how many people are familiar with Akka. I'm pretty familiar with her since some of the event, I forgot. Oh, the Halloween one. So basically, if you cannot summon a wolf, you cannot use her skills. A lot of her skills, you need a wolf to be on the battlefield to do that. So this allows her to summon it without any requirement. Basically, right off the bat, you're going to enter action. When you enter action, doesn't matter what you do. You just basically end your action. You will get a wolf. Then now you can choose your buff, whatever. So this is top tier, especially in PvP. So now we have Lunar Memories. This is for Branda. Okay, I'm not too familiar with Branda, but I'm telling you, when I read this, I think this is really, really good. So I don't know if this is what Paragon of Elegance. Act again effect. This spell 2 debuffs from you. So from the sound of it, it's just OP. Because since this is an armor, what other armor is aggressive? Like what other armor can give you like extra effect that you can act again or whatsoever, right? So this is definitely OP. This armor looks really nice, and it's for Rash. Defense plus 2%. When hero triggers an effect that prevents fatal damage, 1 random buff is gained. So this is perfect for him because he dies so many times, right? So every time he dies, he's going to get a random buff. So it's going to be harder to kill him. This is from what I understand. Okay. And again, when it comes to armor, there's not many armor that give you like really good effect. Unless you're a tank. But these two are not tanks. That's why Vargas is not really worth it when it comes to a tank. Blazing Meteor. Okay, this is really good. Basically, Betty deals more damage when you guard. Fixed damage dealt increases as HP decreases up to a maximum of 30%. You just deal more damage. Fortnite special. Oh, this one is trash, boys. Don't get it. I didn't do it, but there was an account that I got to play on when I was boosting, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, right? So I read it, he got it, and then so I assume my assumption was when using AoE damage skills, effective range is increased by 1. Cooldown trigger when using AoE skills to deal damage. This effect cooldown is triggered. The effect can trigger again after 4 turns. I was like, oh, okay. So I initially thought that this applies to her talent as well, for her 1,000 arrows and her talent. So I thought she can buff her allies. AoE damage skills effect range is increased by 1. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Let's say, for example, I have a character that does AoE at 3 range. I thought this would increase that. I'm like, no, it didn't. So this is only for herself. Okay, so she has 1,000 arrow. That's her AoE, and she also have the wind spiral, the looking thing. So those one will increase, but it's kind of trash. It's not really necessary, I don't think. Like for PvE, maybe it'll be kind of useful for some kind of specific challenge or cheese, I don't know. But this effect can trigger again after 4 turns, but with aim, that's pretty much 2 turns. So you can always trigger that, but she's kind of the support. And her damage is not, well, she can be okay, it depends how you build her, but I just feel like it's not necessary for that extra range of AoE. She already does good enough range. At 150 controller, nah. Oh, this one, Sigma Special, even before I read the description, I'm like, okay, this is a Super Saiyan gadget here. Buy it. Okay, anyways, after taking action, has a 25% chance to increase your attack by 20%. So this one here is 100% when it's fully built, I do believe, or 50%. Actually, don't quote me on that. I read it somewhere. But anyways, so you have a chance to increase your attack by 20%. Why not? What other helmet do you use on Sigma? So if you're not using infantry, you probably need like Fury F tier to get something like that. So this one is a definitely must get. Sorry, that I should remember the effect. Heart of the Ocean here, it's definitely good on Alfred. I considered buying it because I was like, you know what? I built all these weird SR heroes. I'm going to build Alfred. I read this. Before entering battle, if the enemy hero is not an aquatic unit, the terrain they are on is treated as water for 1 turn. So when you play PvE, there's not a lot of aquatic units. And even in PvP. So even PvP is more common that there's no aquatic unit. So when I saw a video, where did I see? I don't remember. So the Alfred actually one-shot Landius in PvP. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So if your unit is at 100% HP, the terrain you are on is treated as water. Last 1 turn. So it's good. It's definitely making him much stronger, but depends how much you like the character. And this is an accessory, which is also, usually when I see accessory, I think it's really good to invest into. Because now you don't need to worry about getting what accessory do I need to save for my specific character, right? But yeah, I think Alfred is just not very good. So this one here is Young Jessica Special. This is really good. I fought against it in Apex, and I think it's it just makes her so much stronger. Okay, after taking action, if this unit has not dealt any damage this turn or move, it can act again. So this is really easy to trigger because you will use the, I think it's called Bestow, the one that you increase your range by 3. Yes, 3. And that's basically give you a chance to act again. So you're going to set up your sniper mode, and then you can now attack right away. Has a 4 turn cooldown, which is not that bad. Dawn Guard here is Serena Special. Serena, all friendly units within 3 blocks with less than 80% are treated as fallen soldiers. Okay, this one I need to confirm. I do remember the fallen soldiers. Then she can guard at 3 range, I believe. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, right here. Fallen soldier, fallen soldier. There's a skill. I was gonna build her too. Is it this one here? All ally unit within 2 surrounding blocks. No, where is it? Ah, exactly. This is it. You can block 3 turns, so I'm correct. Okay, so definitely makes her a more reliable tank. Okay, back to here. All friendly units within 3 blocks with less than 80%, so they don't actually need to lose their soldiers. When their soldiers are under 80%, that's really easy. You take any AoE damage, and now she'll be able to block. This is not new. I remember I have covered these. I've covered these. Okay, these one are new. These one are new. This one here, I got it myself. I use Oliver. I use him in Apex as well at the end of the season. So this is whatever HP and magic defense, blah blah blah. So upon landing a critical hit, afflicts the enemy with 1 strong debuff and steals 1 buff effect. So basically you get 2 buffs. And with using the goblin, that's another buff, and then using his skills, that's another few buffs. And it absolutely makes him super strong. This is a must get if you use Oliver, even for PvE and PvP. This one is normal. Oh, so good. If you guys didn't watch some of my challenges, I just abuse this. Hero talent reduced by 1 turn. Basically, you can use it almost every turn. And it's for Narm. So, in case you guys are new, if you're doing using PvE and building Narm, like get it right away. It's so good because her talent is mobility -3. Whoever you hit. So if you hit an infantry, basically they cannot move, and you can just keep abusing that. Well, you guys can check out one of the Anarchy challenge for the Overlord event. I abused it. I abused the hell out of it. Okay, Lost Light. Here, I'm telling you, Sophia's special. Don't even, like, it's a no-brainer. Get it. It just makes her become the faction buffer. Good for PvE and PvP. Okay, for Bernhardt here, also a no-brainer. Hero plus 1%. Hero talent span plus 1 range. Like, crazy good. He is known for his talent, and then now it's like you have better range to affect this. Okay, now this Super Gadget Hat, I also got it. You know, I got it because I don't want it. I got it because I'm like, you know what? I already built this character, might as well invest everything. So actually, it's not too bad. I thought of using it in PvP, but I didn't have a chance to. So the effects, whatever, not the effect, stats. So after taking action, heals the friendly summon unit with the lowest remaining HP for 30% of their HP. So this one here, when it comes to summon unit, she can summon her own unit. But if you have other summon unit on the battlefield, this will choose the one with the lowest HP. So let's say if you have Gizaroth on the battlefield having the construct, a Matthew summon, whatever. If there's like 5 summon, it'll still choose the one with the lowest one. So don't get confused that it will not always just heal her own summon. Honestly, if you don't really like the character, I don't really think it's worth it. The healing, it's like, I don't know if it's a game changer, but I don't think it is. Gizaroth some staff, musket, gets a extra buff when there's a construct on the battlefield. Okay, so I do believe I have covered all these. Let me see. Yes, I'm pretty sure I did. Alrighty, guys. I hope you guys have a better understanding about these new gears in the secret realm, and these are all based on my experience and what I have observed, and did do a little bit of research. But yeah, it's mainly from my experience, and there's just so many more better, you know, gears out here that you can probably, you know, use your controller a little bit better. But yeah, some of them are actually not very good in my opinion. Alright, if you guys missed part 1 and 2, I put it in the description below, so check them out. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.